Thank you so much for joining us. What's your initial reaction to the President's announcement and its timing?
Good evening, and thank you so much for having us. It's absolutely crucial that we start the step towards ridding South Africa of state capture and corruption. We have to ensure that the people of this country know that it is not right that resources are being stolen away from them. And so we welcome the President's announcement. We applaud that he's complied with the remedial action. As the complainant in this matter, as we laid the initial complaint to say, you can't have the Guptas appointing family members, appointing people into cabinet. You can't have contracts being adjudicated in that way. What we now need is a state that is free of all corruption, that will ensure that we can move towards freeing all resources of South Africa for the benefit of the people of this country.
The President announced that the inquiry will be headed by Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo. What's your reaction to Deputy Chief Justice Zondo? Are you pleased with the selection of the justice?
Well, I think it's important to note that when the public protector made the announcement about the remedial action, she went a step further and said that it would be important that the judge who heads up the Commission of Inquiry must be appointed by the Chief Justice. And I think to have the second highest jurist in the country heading up the inquiry is a crucial step, and it's an important one that we welcome. And Chief Justice Zondo is a welcome appointment. What is going to be important is that we have to ensure that the resources that the Deputy Chief Justice has are adequate, that there's enough financial support, but there's also the adequate staffing to ensure that the report that will finally be tabled is adequately investigated and that it delivers the outcomes we need as the people of this country. It goes further to ensure that Parliament, once that report is tabled, is able to then exercise its duties as will all the other organs of state.
Now, just speaking of resources and staffing to ensure that the report or the inquiry runs efficiently and the Chief Justice has the support that is required or that is needed during this process, how do you think, or what are your suggestions in terms of how long this Commission of Inquiry should take and, when the finality of it should come into place? And obviously going back to the issue of resources, what sort of time frame should they be working with?
Well, the Constitutional Court made a prescription to say it must be 180 days, so it will depend entirely on when those resume, what the terms of reference are, which we think, and then subsequent to that 14 days after that report must be tabled in Parliament. So that's the length of time we expect. So I would assume that well within the process of well within this year, we could be able to get a response in 180 days so that we can effectively exercise our duty.
And very quickly, Mmusi, what in terms of the Democratic Alliance, what are you hoping will come out of this inquiry?
What we desperately don't want is a whitewash. We want the terms of reference to be done well. We want the Guptas to be criminally prosecuted. We want for Jacob Zuma, who himself, when we relayed the complaint, you'll recall it was that a minister was offered money and therefore to take a cabinet position. We want him to take the accountability on the issue. So when it's laid and done, we believe that we've got to get to the bottom of state capture. It's a step in the right direction for the people of South Africa, and we must celebrate the judiciary, we must celebrate the public protector, and we must ensure that subsequent to this, we can rid the country of this scourge of corruption.
Mmusi, we'll have to leave it there for now. Thank you so much for joining us.